FIFA 21 community is divided. Let's get stuck into it, boys.
Yo, it's me, Big Nose. Do you want the best player on the game? Well, you can't get D-Money because he's probably not in FIFA. So, get Phil Bardsley. Get all the Phil Bardsley. So if you're looking for the best way to get coins, don't spend fewer points, go over to userandbuy.com for the cheapest place on the market for your coins. Use code Vizeh at checkout, and most importantly, enjoy the video.
Well, how you doing today, boys? Thank you all for joining me today on this wonderful Wednesday evening. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself. First things first, I want to say thank you all for 230,000 subscribers. Yet again, another video and another time of me. Thank you guys for hitting a milestone, but thank you all so much. And if you're new here, feel free and subscribe. We're getting something special here, and let's hit 2,000 likes on this video as well, because today I'm getting stuck into the community, okay? This video is specifically on about this one thing which has divided the entire community and making people go crazy, and it's over the simplest and yet most dumbest thing, and it's absolutely hilarious, and I can't wait to show you guys this. Out of anything to do with FIFA, anything, if it's FIFA points, if it's the pro scene, if it's FUT champs, if it's SBCs, the one thing that I've seen the most people talk about and stand up on and argue with each other is pausing the game if you go 1-0 up in icon swap games. Let me explain this. People going absolutely insane, raging over Xbox messages because someone simply went 1-0 up at a game of, icon swap friendly matches on objectives. They went 1-0 up, and then they pause the game for them, and then that's it. Simply by them pausing the game, and the rage that they build up is, oh, it's crazy, it's crazy. And they see red, they see that little pause button, they see red. So this is my first time playing FIFA since my Varane and Mendy video. And actually, I'm not even going to play FIFA because I just don't want to, really. If you go into objectives, you'll find the icon swaps here. And of course, you win 6 games in the 1 league objectives by at least using 5 first-zone players from that specific league. And then you get yourself a total of, I believe, 8 icon swap tokens as of right now. Now, this is the issue, yes, that people are entering these games in 1 league, and most of the community are understanding that it's basically golden goal for a lot of community here, and that if you go 1-0 up, typically that's golden goal and you win the game and the other guy leaves, because you can only get tokens by winning games, not just playing games. So if you play a full game for 20 minutes, you're kind of just wasting your time, so you might as well just leave if you go 1-0 down, and then next game if you go 1-0 up, they leave. And that's kind of what the communities do to try to help each other out here by making the process a lot more faster, which in theory sounds like a good idea. However, there's a lot of people who are on the other side of that who despises that notion and basically says that, yo, I bought this game to play this game, and the worst part is this is the only fun you can actually have on FIFA. This entire area, Balassi playing in the Lightfoot friendly managerial masterpiece, or you go play in icon swaps, you play in Silver Stars, this is the only place that you can actually have fun in this game. The only place you can have fun. Only way. FUT champs is shit. It's just pointless, and most people just become absolute sweats halfway through. Rivals is fucking awful if you're in anywhere above Division 2. Draft Battles is a ball fest. Most SPCs is overpriced. So, and then draft is just, you're just asking to lose money. So in terms of friendlies, this is the only safe haven for most people. So people on the other side of this entire situation are saying, yo, look, this is the only way you can play this game and actually have some fun. Use different teams, try out different players. Even though most people are still playing the meta way, and we'll get to that quite soon, people on the other side of this really having a lot of arguments here, and I'll show you guys what I found over on Twitter and also on Reddit. To the people that wonder why people don't quit, first of all, if you want your opponent to quit in friendlies, don't pause the game for them and don't celebrate after the goal. If you skip celebration and let the other pause, it is not toxic and greedy. Play the game fairly. I can't stand people that pause after 1 goal and message me to quit. It's always the same response. If you wouldn't have paused it or celebrated, I'll be gone. So we're now at a stage that we're now saying that if you pause the game and you celebrate your goal, then you're toxic. As if this entire game isn't completely based and fueled on you being toxic to win games. Have you not seen the fucking meta of this game? The entire meta of this game is you to drop back, have 1 CDM controlling goal left and right because your AI defenders block everything and they mark everyone, because guess what? The reason why is that if you don't go drop back, your midfielders, your CDMs, your cams, they don't track back. Watch them. They do. If you're being counted on right now, or your opponents in midfield want to get past your player, they don't track back. They don't run back. They just kind of stand there, kind of slowly jog backwards. I'm not lying. Look at it for yourself. So guess what? people in Division 1, FUT Champions, Div 2, all the big players, all players who are at least okay this game, like, you don't even have to be good. You've got to be bang average, and you still play the same way. It's drop back, counter-attacking football, which you just do the same, step over, acceleration boost, step over, flicky flacky, flicky flacky, flicky flacky, because if you run normally, it's not fast enough. You're not good enough. So you're going to do step over, step over, step over, step over, and that is what the game is now. A step over simulator with drop back, controlling one CDM, and let your defenders defend for you. And I've not even played this game for 2 weeks, and I still know this. And look at this. There's so many people just look at how many people just talking about this. This is a pure thing that people are getting so riled up about. I posted this yesterday and got so much abuse. If you score, I will quit. If you celebrate toxically, pause it for me and message me asking to quit or abuse me, I'll give myself a chance. Some did this and I came back to win the games and I got held with some other sort of abuse in my messages. Just score your goal and skip celebration and don't pause, and I'll happily quit for you. So, like, okay, the Penfairs tweets out, of all the things, in all the FIFAs, this golden goal friendlies thing has been the most polarizing I've ever seen in my mentions. There literally seems to be a strongly agree or a strongly disagree base, and not a lot in between. I applaud those discussing it civilly, which it just causes so many people just on about the fact that this is how I see it. I never quit the game if my opponent will pause for me to quit. However, I'll forfeit it if I'm losing 1-0 to a better player or losing 2-0. The entitlement from opponents wanting an easy free win for scoring a kickoff goal is absurd, which is like, I mean, just scroll down here. Just literally just scroll down here. As I said before, I don't mind if you want to quit at 1-0. Just don't expect me to do the same. I don't grant for these objective players to play a grand total of 36 in-game minutes, having no real use to use them again. Honestly, I kind of wish that this same passion, this same energy is put onto this game, onto fucking FIFA points. Can we please understand that the main issue of this game isn't just people going 1-0 down and pausing the game for you? Can we understand this? By the way, the Penfest isn't a game changer, so like he has, spoke about FP and how that's stupid, even though he does put on money himself, which is, he's a YouTuber. I guess you've got to do what you got to do. I disagree, but that's what makes me different, I guess. I've not played a single game at Icon Swaps, as you can see here, and we're what, Wednesday? It's been out for like, what, 5 or 6 days, and I've not even played a single game yet. I've not. This game is not enjoyable. It is not. This is not an enjoyable game. It gets worse and worse and worse each year, and it's not just EA's fault, but it's the fucking community, man. And if you are a guy who plays Division 1 or Div 2, and you play FUT Champs, and you play this drop the back motion, and you play a Mendy, Varane, and Gomez, and Walker, and you have the same team as everyone else with Rashford, and you've got Mbappe, and you've got Neymar, then my guy, no offense, but you are the reason why this game is shit. You are the reason. If you play drop back, counter, you control one CDM or 2 CDMs the entire time when you're defending. Issue is though, if you actually try and control players with your actual defenders, you try and manually control them, you get punished for it. So there's no point. So you just control your CDMs like it was last year, like it was back in 19. The exact same thing, and it's just counter, step overs, it's just more skill moves. This isn't football. That's why I'm not playing it, because, like, I don't want to play a game which I'm forced to do some fucking stupid mechanics just to get wins. I'm never going to be Elite 1 or Elite 2, because I don't do the meta, and the reason why I don't want to do the meta is because the meta's fucking dumb. It's dumb. The meta this FIFA is the most boring thing I've ever seen. Every game you come up against the same players in Weekend League. Every game I come against Mbappe, Neymar, or Ronaldo. Most of the time, at least 2 of them together. Everybody is using the same dribbling techniques, the same boring game strategy, leaving no room for different playstyles, no originality. If you want to do really well in Weekend League, you need to have the same players and use the same techniques. For me, this is getting too predictable and boring. It's turning to FIFA 20, which is, in my opinion, the worst FIFA game ever. In conclusion, the game does not replicate football one bit, which I think is incredibly sad, as it is the only game that I really want to play. There is no football simulator to replace it. I say it all the time, the problem is rivals and Weekend League. Before they exist, people played how they wanted and used players they wanted. Now after every match, you're told how good you are or how shitty you are. Now it even tells you if you lost to a player with a higher or lower skill rating. With all that, people care so much more. When FUT just came out, you made a team and played, you lost, you win, you didn't matter, you were just playing. You always wanted to win, but you wasn't judged after every game like you are now. And that's spot on. I am now getting really really frustrated of the entire way that the gaming world's turned into now, man. If it's FIFA now, or if it's Call of Duty, like, I play Call of Duty all the time growing up. Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, COD 4, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, like these CODs, I spent hours, days. I think I spent like 96 days in-game time on Modern Warfare 2. Like 90 odd days in-game time on Modern Warfare 2. That includes actual 10-minute games. Imagine how many games that is. It's too long, too far. But I love that game because you wasn't judged based on each game. If you lost a game or if you get bummed, alright, cool, go next game, it's a new world for you, mate. Nowadays in Call of Duty, there's skill-based matchmaking, which means that every game I play, I'm against people who are on my same skill level, so it feels like every game's the same. FIFA's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, and it blows my mind, and I fucking despise how gaming has turned into this fucking competitive fest. It's just competitive now. It's just you must be this good, and to be this good you must play in this way and have this player and playing this tactic and playing this it's just everyone's the same fucking person now. Everyone's the same person. I play COD and I can't even play COD anymore. Like I can, and I can maybe play 2 or 3, 4 more games, of it each day, because it's 10 minutes per match. But my god, man, it just feels like the same thing. There's no progression in COD, because if you have one amazing game, you get like, 30 odd kills and like 5-6 deaths. The next game, you're going to be punished for that, because you'll be put into a higher skill-based matchmaking level, and therefore you're then going to be against better players. And in FIFA, it's incredibly similar, and it's so off-putting. And I despise how video games nowadays is just this entire, like, you must be a pro, you must be amazing, and if you're not, then fuck you, you're shit. That's what it is now. Think about it. Think about this game and what it is. Not only is there disgusting tactics to get you to spend money in this game, such as there being a promo 2,082 each week, and there being 18,000 icon SBC, which then suck in more your money. Then they release a new SBC of a player which you may want, so then you gotta think, okay, well, I can't afford him, I may whack on £30 of FP to maybe get him, and the cycle continues. And then there's this. There's Rivals, which is just skill-based matchmaking, and if you're in any higher level, you're punished for being good, because you are having to go through the pain of playing against people who play the same way as you, for the same tactics, for the same everything, and they play just to win, and that's it, and they have no fun in any other way, because everyone has the same teams. Then it's FUT Champions. This for me is the only fun way I can play this game other than friendlies, because the first 10 games is blessed because I'm good at the game, therefore I'm facing players at a mixed range of levels. In the first 5-10 games I could be against a guy who's elite, elite level, and we're both at 1-0 or 2-0, or I could be against a guy who's like silver level, and I could be at 1-0 and he could be on like whatever, or I could be 5-1 and he could be on 3-1, and we could both face each other. That's why I love the first 10 or 15 games of champs, because I'm playing against people who are at varying levels. They could be a gold 3 player or a silver 2 or a gold 1 or an elite 2. I love that, because each game it feels different. I'm playing against people who play in different ways. If it's more direct, if it's more possession, there's a variety there. Of course, the way to play this game is drop back counter, but people don't do that if you're in silver, because that's why they're silver in the first place, because they don't play the meta. That's how it rolls. That's how it works. Even though people do play the same players in FUT Champions, don't get me wrong, they play Mendy and Varane and Gomez and Walker and Smedo and these players and Rashford and Mendy, and it's the same players. At least there's a variety of skill which makes each game feel different. I don't play past gold 3, not because I can't be asked to play more games, it's because I don't want to go for the stress of playing against the same player each time, because once you get past the first 15 games of Weekend League, your elo changes, and then you actually start playing against people who's on like plus 10 elo, plus 12 elo. That means that, let's say you're 20-10, that means you're on a plus 10 elo because you got 10 more wins, you do losses. That's how it works. So then that's when it gets because then you are now playing as people who is your level. Gold 1, Elite 3, Elite 2. And this is the thing, I would not care, because this is where it should be competitive. This is where you should be against people who is your level. That's the entire point of FUT Champs. That has never been an issue. But this is the issue. When you got this, and then Rivals, which is also competitive, and then also Friendlies, who is also skill-based matchmaking. There's skill-based matchmaking in the live friendly games. There's skill-based matchmaking in Silver Lounge, in Managerial Masterpiece, in one league. In Mystery Bowl, these ones here, that's not skill-based matchmaking. You know, you can play classic match. If you so wish, you could play classic match if you really want to do that. If you so wish, you can go and play against a random person at any skill level. But no one plays this because there's nothing to gain. There's no rewards. There's no that, because we're all completely based on rewards and rewards and rewards, and we're just out here like a rabid dog wanting more and more, and that's all this game is now. I've not even played this game for 2 weeks, and I'm already pissed off because I want to play this game, and I fucking despise how the entire community is now just a goddamn sheep, and not even the community but the entire gaming industry is so focused on you wanting to be a pro, and that you must be a pro, you must be good, and to be good do this and that and this and that and this and that, and you are now just another fucking empty shell of a person, another cookie cutter person in a fucking vast array of the same people doing the same thing until they get the same fucking plays and the same awards, and then they play the new FIFA and they do it all over again. It's a joke. The only way you can actually have fun is, I mean, there's draft, but then even that's just wasting money. Even that's just wasting money. You're paying them. You're paying them 15k to most likely get nothing, even if you win it. Thierry Henry, which you would say, oh, Henry, it's unreal that. And you know what? I would love to say that he was an amazing player, but this is the issue. Yeah, it's not just like Henry. It's because of the meta. He's not good. You know, because of the meta. And because he has 63 balance and that kind of stuff, he's not good. So, the meta strikes again, you know. Anyway, I've talked way too long enough. This is my thoughts on everything. Man. I do apologise that it may have gone a bit longer. I may have gone on about a few other things which I shouldn't have. But this is just my honest thoughts about this. It's just gone back to normal, you know. And I feel like the way that gaming has gone, it's just the communities are always going to want to be better. And it's because of EA that they want to play this way. We used to just have fun and play with different teams, but now it's just cookie cutter people over and over and again. So that's how it is now, and we can't change that. So thank you for watching. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.